Let's talk about the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, the only one I think is worth talking about in the new Galaxy Watch lineup. Why, you might ask? Well, the base level Watch 8 is, in a nutshell, meh. It's a circle on a square-like design with no real character, for lack of a better word. As for the Ultra, it's hefty, and not saying that's a bad thing, but just much harder to blend in as a casual watch when you need it. Then there's the Watch Classic, with the grooved bezels, minute markings, and it brings back the rotating bezel, which I personally love. But it also gives a look that can go sporty or believably fancy dinner with a quick swap of a watch face or even a strap. So the design is reminiscent of last year's Watch Ultra with a squircle, but in a stainless steel case, and a sapphire crystal glass over 46mm display, which is 1mm smaller than the Watch 6 Classic, but it is brighter at 3000 nits. It also imports the action button from the Ultra, more on that later, and all the buttons are embedded in a plastic padding on the side. The back is also made of hard plastic with the upgraded sensors embedded in the middle. But overall, the whole thing is designed to be thinner and lay flatter on your wrist, so no more weird spaces on either side of the lugs. I complained about that in my last review. It also helps the sensors get a better reading since it's much closer to your skin. As for the straps, they're made of faux leather on the outside, which looks really nice and adds even more to the classic look, and the rubber on the inside, which feels comfortable because that's going to be sitting against your skin for an extended period of time. And if you're not feeling the straps, you can swap them out easily with something Samsung is calling Dynamic Lug System. But I prefer to call it, let's switch up the lugs design so they can't use their old straps and then make them buy new straps and we make more money system.
I don't think so.
But that's a really long name. But nonetheless, Samsung claims this change was made to help make the watch a whole lot flatter or thinner to accommodate the new design. Right. For instance, this is what I mean by swapping out the original straps for an even more traditional feel with these metal straps to give it a more classic feel. Not sponsored, this is something I use. I'll leave the link to my straps in the comments below. As for watch faces, Samsung has never really slacked in that department. Everything from super classic to digital, information focused, whatever you want, you can get it. There are even watch faces that mimic luminescent glow from traditional watches in a standard dial. And did I mention the rotating bezel also adds to this? I did. Okay, moving on. For the experience, you're getting Wear OS 6 out the box, but I'm not sure why Samsung thought changing a working design model that uses up a full circular display into a pill in a circle design was the way to go. I mean, there's spaces here. Well, I'm sure they spent a lot of money on consumer research before coming to this conclusion, but what do I know? What was wrong with the full circular widgets? Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, it works like a dream. Seamless transitions, well-managed multitasking. You can either use the Samsung Now bar at the bottom of the screen, which shows context-specific information like music or ongoing workouts, or you can just double-click the top right button to jump between applications. So back to that action button that was important from the Ultra. This basically lets you jump straight into workouts with the click of one button. There is limited customization to what you can do to this. You can set it for timers and a few other options in the settings. But sometimes, depending on how you wear this watch on your wrist, it can be prone to that rare accidental activation. But this misfire rarely happens, at least in my experience anyway. Sleep tracking has also improved with the addition of vascular load monitoring and antioxidant index, which reflects your overall stress levels. But smartwatches aren't the most comfortable for sleeping, in my experience anyway. Especially if you're the type to move your hand around your face a lot, give yourself new scars. Smart rings are probably the way to go and a whole lot more comfortable. But I did wear both just to see them if the metrics align, and they sort of did, pretty much close range. Maybe slightly generous on the amount of time I spent in bed, but they were good nonetheless. For the healthy people, there is an improved running coach, which analyzes your run in a 12-minute run and then tells you where you're messing up or how you can be better. It gives you a tailored workout program to help you meet your goals. One more thing we need telling us exactly what to do. And auto tracking is always on point. Well, mostly on point. For every time I've started a workout, jumped into water or something, it just figures it out after a couple minutes and tells me, hey, it just tracks it auto, and you can pause or just go ahead and set that as an official workout or just cancel it out, your call. In terms of IP rating, it is IP68. And I walked in the rain, jumped in the pool, and it's solid. But you gotta remember that IP68 is rated for dust and freshwater immersion. So no jumping in the beach. That's a bad idea. Salt water will wreck your device. In fact, I would avoid sand in general because of the rotating bezel. Nothing worse than sand between grinding parts. That's my biggest gripe with the Galaxy series. It's the battery life. Even with the new Exynos W1000 chipset, you would think there'd be better battery management, but that hasn't improved much at all. If you have always on display and maybe one workout session, I can get about a day and a half. Throw in some navigation, maybe less. If I turn off always on display, I get about 2 days of power, no more than that, which is a bit of a bummer because I think that's the major drawback in this lineup for the Galaxy series. And it doesn't help that I can't quick charge this. It takes the 10-watt rated puck charger, takes about an hour and a half to go from 0 to full. So I can't wake up in the morning and jump in the shower and run back out and it'd be ready to go. But overall, it's a solid return of the Galaxy Watch Classic, clean design, rotating bezel, which I really, did I mention I like the rotating bezel?
And it brings back the rotating bezel.
I did, right? Yeah, I think I did. So the watch also has a bigger memory, 64 gig of storage in comparison to 16 gigs from the previous generation. This allows you to download even more music that you can carry on the go without having to take your phone along. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.